Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new episode of Secrets in Dragon Ball Games. In Tenkaichi 3, if you get hit by a powerful ultimate attack or get blinded by solar flare, you lose track of your opponent and frantically turn your head left and right in an attempt to locate him.
Where'd you run off to?
This applies to most characters. Characters with scouters such as Saiyans and members of the Frieza Force are the only exceptions. Instead of doing the usual, scouter characters will actually turn their scouters on and then scan the area.
Don't you dare run from me!
They're doing this because they're actually unable to sense energy and need scouters to assist them. We have a similar situation in Budokai 3. Budokai 3 has the Dragon Universe mode. It's essentially a campaign mode, which allows you to travel around and explore the planet. Most characters in the Dragon Universe know how to sense energy. Thanks to that, they can easily detect various activities around the planet. Then there's Vegeta. Due to not possessing key sensing abilities, he is unable to locate various activities without his scouter. However, thanks to his time on Earth, as soon as you reach the Frieza saga, Vegeta will no longer use the scouter. By this point, he has already mastered energy sensing. I came across something very interesting while scrolling through TikTok. A user on TikTok managed to activate the free cam mode on Budokai 1. He selected the World Tournament stage and went on to view the spectators. The textures are pretty low, but I'm almost 99% sure this is Sanji from One Piece. This got me thinking, maybe there are more Easter egg characters hidden in these older DBZ games. So I booted up Tenkaichi 3, activated free cam, and nothing. All spectator seats are filled with random characters. Although I was really impressed to see just how much of this stage is modeled. It's pretty big actually. Anyways, Tenkaichi 3 might not have any Easter eggs for us, but Budokai 3 on the other hand, off-brand Naruto, Luffy, Grandpa Gohan, King Kai, Roshi, Bulma, Chi-Chi, and a bunch of other characters from the Dragon Ball universe. Big thanks to Miyas for making free cam possible in Budokai 3.
Come get me!
It's already established that Gotenks is a somewhat fourth wall breaker type character in Tenkaichi 3. In one of my previous videos, we went over a little Easter egg where he says, Peanut butter jelly time. It was basically a reference to a meme that was popular at the time BT3 was released. But what I didn't know during the time I made that video is that Gotenks would utter these words upon beating Broly. This next one is one of the things that I always appreciated about Tenkaichi 3. I feel like no one even talks about it. Now, certain characters in Tenkaichi 3 have super armor. Appreciate everyone in the comments for pointing out the correct term for this. Giant characters are usually the ones who have this super armor. There's also Broly, who seems to have super armor as well, probably due to his size. We'll also use Broly throughout this section, since he's the easiest one to work with. The point where this super armor breaks is at Super Saiyan 3 level, meaning SSJ3 tier characters are able to shred through that armor with ease. What's funny is that the game doesn't consider Mystic Gohan SSJ3 tier, which is surprising considering Gohan is supposed to be stronger than SSJ3 while in his mystic form. But that's a whole different power scale discussion, which I don't want to get into. Base form Goku takes 6 hits to break the armor, Super Saiyan takes 5, Super Saiyan 2 takes 4, and SSJ3 and above instantly break it. Cell Saga introduced us to the concept of Super Saiyan grades. Tenkaichi 3 also decided to adapt and add them to the game. We have Mastered Super Saiyan, which Goku and Gohan achieved. Grade 2 Vegeta, also known as Super Vegeta. Fun fact, here's what Chi-Chi thinks of Vegeta's Grade 2 form.
I have no interest in the differences of a Super Saiyan, but those muscles are incredible.
Now, Trunks is the only character featured in his bulky form, aka Grade 3. According to Goku, this form is immensely strong, but lacks in speed. This sentiment is very much reflected in Tenkaichi 3. The form is insanely bulky and looks awesome. It's borderline Broly levels. Unfortunately, it feels way too slow and sluggish once you actually play with it. His attacks take an eternity to connect. He's is barely able to throw ki blasts. Overall, it's just way too sluggish to play with, which isn't a bad thing since it's accurate to its manga counterpart. Would you believe that this form is considered top tier in the competitive scene? It's not top tier due to his moveset or anything, rather the 3 ki bars with which Super Trunks spawns with. Those 3 ki bars are a big deal in this game. In order to launch super attacks, you would need 3 ki bars. 95% of characters spawn with 1 or 2. To find a character with 3 is quite rare. Essentially, competitive players select grade 3 Trunks, then immediately switch back to his base form. Thanks to this, they're able to use base Trunks' super attacks at the very beginning of the game without having to charge their ki, and base form Trunks is a pretty good character in his own right. Thanks to his grade 3 form, competitive players are able to make his base form, which is good on its own, even better. Budokai 3 may not have an insane character roster as Tenkaichi 3, but it definitely makes up for it in character.
Hey, it's me!
Let me give you an example. It's pretty basic, but Perfect Cell Spirit Bomb has a slightly green tint when it explodes, while Goku's has a blue outline. Now, Recoome out of all characters has a really unique one. When performing his Recoome Bomber, the Ginyu Insignia will be visible from space. The end of Z era is a very mysterious period in the Dragon Ball timeline that barely sees any exploration. There's also the character of Oob, due to being introduced at the literal end of the series, lacks in screen time as well as development. He's the literal reincarnation of Kid Buu and is stated to have great potential, even greater than Goku and the others. And yet, due to being introduced late in the series, we don't see much of it. I mean, there's GT, but I feel like they could have done more with him there. Surprisingly, Budokai 3 actually put a lot of effort into this character. They gave him a whole Dragon Universe campaign. One campaign that follows canon End of Z events, and one that goes further beyond. We'll be focusing on the latter. Unlocking the alternate ending is a bit tricky, since you need to gather all the Dragon Balls, talk to a bunch of characters, then fight Majin Buu.
Excuse me, are you Mr. Buu? Goku sent me to train with you, if that's okay.
Who are you? Boo's head feels funny.
After beating Buu, you'll get some fun dialogue exchanges between Goku and Oob.
You'll understand one day, but for now, keep training.
After talking with Goku, a marker will appear on the map, but we'll ignore it and go straight to Master Roshi's place. There, Roshi will make some remarks in regards to Oob being Goku's successor. The whole point of this campaign is to establish Oob as the protector of Earth once Goku is gone. Vegeta will also step up to challenge Oob.
Who cares? Now quit your whining and let's go. Let's see what you've got, you little twit.
After you beat him, Vegeta will claim he wasn't trying hard enough, which is quite accurate for Vegeta's character.
So it's true. You are strong, but this time I won't hold back.
After battling Vegeta, a final battle between Goku and Oob will ensue. It's presented as a big battle, but Goku claims that it was just a friendly match.
I lost, but that's all right. I'm just glad to have a little friendly competition.
A huge surge of evil energy appears. A negative energy dragon. I wonder who that could be. Goku says Oob is the only one who stands a chance against him and asks for him to protect the Earth. And the final battle for the fate of the Earth begins.
You're just a kid. What are you doing here?
Goku has entrusted me with the fate of the Earth. I will defeat you!
I really found this alternate ending interesting. It portrays Oob as the hero who will take Goku's place as the protector of Earth once he's gone.
Impossible. Me? Defeated by a child?
Goku, I did it!
Oob defended the Earth, just as Goku entrusted him to, and he will continue to do so.
The current Dragon Ball canon still hasn't reached End of Z, so I really wonder what they will do with Oob once they actually get there. Tenkaichi 3 has a mechanic where characters charge their ki slower while underwater. Apparently, the reason for the slower charge is the water, which messes with ki control. Androids, on the other hand, due to being machines, don't share those restraints whilst being underwater. They don't care if they're charging underwater or on land. However, there's one character who benefits from charging underwater. Saibamen is the only character in the entire game who actually charges faster while underwater. Is there any Any explanation for this? Well, there is no official explanation, but it might have something to do with him being a literal plant. Huge shout out to Guildmaster Andy for pointing this out. That's all for this one. If you guys have any suggestions or want to share your opinions on the Ultimate Gohan vs Super Saiyan 3 Goku debate, feel free to leave them in the comments. See you next time.